So, hi. Today we'll be discussing how to randomize questions on Moodle when giving examination to the students. Randomizing questions can be quite useful because when you have a few students in the class and you would want each of them to have a different set of questions, you can create question blocks, and this each block will then will have multiple questions. However, each student gets only one question from a given block. So that way is you'll have a lot of different permutations for the question bank that students see. So that reduces the chances of students copying from each other. So let me share my screen with you, and then I'll show you how to use Moodle for generating randomized tests. Okay, so here I have my course. In this course, the first thing I'll do is I'll have to create a question bank. So let's say for the upcoming quiz, I would want to have two questions for each student, and then each question will have a couple of options, out of which each student gets only one of the options. So what I do is in my course, I go to this option called question bank. I drop this down and go to categories. Okay, so I'll have to generate different categories where each category will have only one question. Each student gets only one question from a given category. So let's say the category falls under the top of the course. That's the tree where the categories are stored. And let's say the first category, so the first question that the students get is from chapter 1. Okay, so I'll have one question from chapter 1 and one question from chapter 2 for each student. So let's add this category. I'll also add the next category, which is chapter 2. Now the two categories have been added. So you can see chapter 1 and chapter 2 each has 0 questions for now. So the next step is to go back to the question bank option and then go to questions. Here I will go to chapter 1. So I'll be generating, let's say, 3 questions for each chapter. When I generate a new question, there are different types of questions available. So let's say I simply want to use a true false type question here. It's just any question. So I'll say capital. So that's just a question name for me to understand what the question contains. Then I can have a question. What is the, sorry, it's a true false question. So that's the first question. It's a 1-mark question and the correct answer is true. Okay. So I have generated the question, and now since I want to have multiple questions for this from the same chapter, I'll generate a few more. So let's generate another true false question. In this case, I will slightly change the question. This is again a capital question. I'll call it capital 1, and then that's another question. Now the capital of France is London. Well, the answer is false, and then I can save this one. Okay, so you can see that they are the same type, but they are different questions. And then let's generate one more. Again, a similar true false question. I'll name it capital underscore 2. This time the answer is correct. It's true. Let's see. So now we have generated 3 questions in chapter 1. So you can see that you see this number 3 and each question is here. You can also preview the question. So when I click this magnifier button, that previews. So the capital of India is New Delhi, and I can actually click fill in the correct responses and it says true. Just to check that the question actually makes sense and the answer is indeed chosen as the correct one. Just to ensure that we don't have any issues when the quiz becomes live. All right, so let's do the same for chapter 2. So let's say chapter 2. In this case, we'll again have 3 questions. Let's call this capital underscore state. This is again, the answer is correct. So I'll choose a true here. Save. More questions? The capital of Punjab is Amritsar. The answer is false. And save. Similarly, let's do another one. The capital of Tamil Nadu is Chennai. The answer. And then save. Okay, so now we see that in each category, chapter 1 and chapter 2, we have 3 questions each. Okay, so our question generation is complete. Now let us make a quiz out of these questions. So I go back to my course main homepage, have to turn editing on, and then I will, wherever I find necessary, whichever subsection is the best one, I add an activity, and there I add a quiz like this one. Okay, next I have to name the quiz, so I'll call it quiz 1. Let's say that's the name of the quiz. I can put some description. So let's, I mean, I can enable the timings, etc. as well. The layout is, we have every question appearing on a new page, which is what I want. And then the navigation method is sequential. The students go from one question to the other. They cannot go back to an old question. Okay, so that's my quiz generated. The next task is to add the questions to this quiz. It's an empty quiz for now. So I click it, I say edit quiz, and then I have an option to add questions. Now when I click this add, I get 3 different types. One is a new question, which means you can write a new question here. One is from a question bank, so we can select a question from the bank. And the third one, which is the one we want to choose, is called a random question. Okay, so in this case, we want to create a random question. So when you click this, it says category. Okay, so the first one I want to choose from my chapter 1 category. So I choose this one, and the number of random questions from this category is 1. So it will generate 1 random question from these 3 questions for this particular question. Okay, so I'll say add random question, and then you can see that it says there's a dice here, and it says random chapter 1. Okay, so when you click see questions, you can also see the 3 questions that you had generated, because you don't want to go back to the old list of questions. Okay, sorry, let me go back to the quiz. So here, oops. So I think I'll have to edit the quiz now here from here. Okay, so I've got one question here, and it's for 1 mark. I can then add another one. Now this one's a random question as well, and this one I choose from chapter 2. Okay, and then I say I want 1 random question from this chapter 2, and then you add this random question. Okay, so now we can see that we have 2 questions added, and each one appears on a different page. Okay, so that's it. It's done. I can now save this quiz, and this quiz is now ready. Okay, so let's go to quiz 1, and let's see a preview now. So in this preview, you see that the student is now seeing only 2 questions, and the first one, for example, is the capital for the country. So in the first attempt, or in the first preview, we see that the capital of UK is London. Okay, so I can I can choose any question I want, any answer I want. In this case, let's say I know the capital is indeed London, true. And then I do a next, and now I can see that I get another question from chapter number 2, which the capital of Tamil Nadu is Chennai, which is again true. That's it. It's done. So I can submit and finish. Okay, this was a preview, and then you can see that the answers were. When I start a new preview now, what we'll see is that now we get a different question from the first chapter. Okay, that is exactly what we wanted. So now I can choose, let's say I did not know the answer, so I choose a wrong one here. And for the second one, well, it's a random question, so the chances are still there that you may end up getting the same question again. So let's finish this attempt and try it again. So let's start a new preview. So the capital of France is London, which is false. And now for the second case, now you see we get a different question, not the Tamil Nadu question. Okay. So that is how we generate random questions, which reduces the chances of students discussing and copying from each other. You can also do other things such as shuffling between the question. So the if you have multiple options, you can shuffle the options, and you can also shuffle the question order. So in that case, if you have, let's say in this case, we only had 2 questions. If you had 10 questions, with each question having 3 options, so these 10 questions, these 10 random questions, again, the order will be shuffled. So that again, it creates another level of complexity. And when you have limited amount of time for these kind of Moodle quizzes, then the chances of again copying and plagiarism, they go down immensely. Okay. So thank you. And if you have any questions regarding generating random questions on Moodle, please feel free to get in touch with TLC IIT Mandi. Thank you and happy teaching.